Hello and welcome to another pen video from me, Penultimate Dave. So I have here another Visconti pen for review. So I think let's take a look at this pen in all its detail. So if I remove this sleeve, this is the newer style Visconti boxes. So you can see Visconti with the V there, and you'll see here the box lid will lift off. And then you see this beautiful pen inside. So I think let's just show you a couple of things first. So you have this new style Visconti brochure, and it details about Visconti there and how it all began. And I do like that. That's a really lovely sort of scape there of the Florence skyline. The reason why Visconti does things better, the Visconti nib and the My Pen finials, and then it shows you some Rembrandts, some Breezes, some Starry Night, which I used to have, a Van Gogh collection as well, and then it shows you the Homo sapiens Magma, the Bronze and Dark Age, which I have, the Torpedo, the Leonardo da Vinci Machina that I have, the Medici Dynasty collection, and I have one of those, or the original Medici, the Lorenzo de Medici, and also it goes through the filling systems there, and also it shows a black and white picture of the villa, the Visconti villa. And this is the city to southwest, so this is from Chatterley Luxuries. I got this, I picked this up from Bryant, and it also, you can see here, city to southwest. So there are actually two models here, the southwest and the city. This is the southwest model, and you'll see here it's rose gold plated. There are only 28 of these available. So I think if I just remove the box, and we have the pen. So let me take the pen out of the wrapper, and I will show you the pen in all its detail here. So the reason why I picked this up is that I actually have this material in a few other pens. Let me just show you those just briefly. So if I just move this one down here, you'll also see that material in this pen, and this pen, and this pen. So I actually have the same material in 4 pens now. So I just wanted to show you that because this is a material that I really do like a lot. So this is effectively the material that originally came out in the Speakeasy and then came out in the St. Basil. I believe there was also an Opera Master Chatterley Luxuries exclusive that Bryant did with Visconti as well. But you can see here, this material is really stunning. It's a celluloid material, and it has these really popping red and blue hues there. And this comes in 2 trims. It comes in the rose gold trim. It also comes in a ruthenium black trim. And to be honest, I really prefer the rose gold. So I went for the rose gold here. So you can see here, it has the old style Visconti My Pen finial there in a rose gold. The cap itself, it tapers in slightly. Now this is a faceted pen that you can see here. If I rotate the pen, you'll see those facets with the reflecting the light from my studio light. It has a laser etched Visconti clip, and you can see there that is quite springy. So the cap actually tapers in to the cap finial there and tapers out quite a bit to here, and then there's a bit of a step down to what is a lovely band, and I'll show you that band in a moment. And then the body tapers into this ring here, and then you have a power vac knob, and if I turn that there, you'll see again it's number 20 of 28. Now if I uncap the cap there, you'll see it comes with a Visconti. This is a number 6 size. It's the newer 18 karat gold nibs, and this is a medium nib with an ABS plastic feed. You can see that the section there has a little bit of a concave going on to a pinch point. It has the hook safe lock mechanism, and then you have this really beautiful skyline here. So if I just rotate that round, you can see that. And I honestly think that this looks a little bit better more in the rose gold, which is what this is, than the ruthenium black trim. But this material really is stunning. It is a celluloid material. Once it's gone, it's gone. And I love this material so much, I decided that I would pick this pen up from Bryant because it was a Chatterley Luxuries exclusive. And I would add it to the other 3 pens that I have. So for me, this is a really beautiful pen. It does have the Visconti hook safe lock mechanism on, and it really is a Visconti Homo sapiens almost. It doesn't have a double reservoir, it's a single reservoir, but I really do like this pen, and you can see there it does have a little bit of red ink there, nib creep on the nib, but I love these pens. I love the size, I love the weight, and I honestly just love how they write. So I just had to pick this one up from Bryant at Chatterley. I'm really glad that Bryant did this exclusive with Visconti and with Coles of London, the Visconti US distributor, because this really is a beautiful pen, and there isn't a lot of this celluloid still around, as I understand it. So that's the pen really. I think what we'll do a size check, we'll do a weight check, we'll do a pen comparison, and then we'll do a writing sample. So the full length of the pen, we are looking at 145 millimeters in length. The length of the cap is 60 millimeters in length. And in the length of the body, we are looking at 132 millimeters in length. So this is what I would class as being an oversized pen. I think let's do a weight check. Now, the full weight of the pen, and this pen I will say is inked up, is just over 43 grams in weight. So it's not necessarily a lightweight pen. The cap is just over 15 grams in weight. And then the weight of the body inked up, we are looking at just under 25.5 grams. So it's not a lightweight pen, but it's not a heavy pen either. But it is a pen that I really, really do like the size and weight of. So I think with that, let's go and do a comparison with other pens. So from left to right, we have the Visconti Watermark, we have the Visconti Blue Ripple, we have a Visconti Leonardo da Vinci Macchina, we have a Visconti Medici Il Magnifico in the Lapis Lazuli, we have a Visconti Homo Sapiens London Fog, we have the Visconti Chatterley Southwest, we have a Visconti Daedalus, we have a Visconti Opera Master Golden Dust, a Visconti Opera Master River Thames, and a Visconti Opera Master Stardust. So, I think let's do a writing sample. So, this is the Visconti, and it's the Chatterley, and it's a city to southwest. I believe the city is the stack celluloid, and this southwest is more this celluloid. The nib in here is a medium nib, and it's an 18 karat gold nib. Now, the ink in here today is actually, I have to confess, is an ink that I put in all of these coloured celluloids, which is Mont Blanc, and it's Corn Poppy Red. And it's just an ink that I really do like. It's a beautiful red ink, and I think it matches this pen extremely well. Although I might start putting maybe something like Diamine Poppy Red or Diamine Wild Strawberry in there perhaps. Now, in terms of line variation, now I am finding this is really a Western medium. You're not seeing any hard starts or skips there. Now, I can push this a little bit harder and get maybe a Western broad out of this nib. And you can see that there maybe in the figure of eights. And then I'll do some more lines so you can see that there is no hard starts or skips going on. Now, in terms of wetness, let's have a look here. You can see it's already smeared that upper line there. You can see that this is a very, very wet nib. It is bordering on, I would say, fire hose. Maybe not quite. Normally fire hose, I would say, would be about half the width of the page, but it's not that far off. So it is a super, super wet nib, and you can see that there. It smeared the line above when I actually tried to smear this. So this is a really lovely writing pen. Now, I've not had to do anything to this nib. I know a lot of people ask me, did you have to tune the Visconti nib? No, I didn't. This nib came writing flawlessly out of the box. And I do like how it writes. It writes smooth and wet. And that's really how I expect most nibs should write. They shouldn't write dry or super dry. They shouldn't be scratchy. They shouldn't be toothy. So this nib came out of the box just right, and I'm really glad about that. I'm also really glad that Bryant managed to get Coles of London and Visconti to do this exclusive, because this is a really, really good pen. So out of that, like, I love the pen. I love the size. I love the weight of the pen. I love everything about the pen. I love the wetness, how the pen writes. There's nothing that I dislike about this pen. If I really had to nitpick, I would say it would have been nice to have had a double reservoir in it. Now, I completely understand the reasons why it doesn't have a double reservoir is that you wouldn't be able to see the ink window. I know some of the newer Viscontis have a clear ink window here, but it still would distract, I think, from the beauty of this pen. So I completely understand the reason to not have a double reservoir. I do tend to like the double reservoirs because it does give you about another milliliter of ink more. I normally find the single reservoirs will hold around about 1.5 milliliters of ink, 1 to 1.5 milliliters, and then the double reservoir around 2 to 2.5 milliliters of ink. So it still has a really good ink capacity. It's more than a cartridge converter would ever have. So that doesn't bother me in any way. So there you have it. That's my Visconti Chatterley Luxuries Southwest pen review here. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next pen video. Bye bye.